Welcome back to the channel. Today's video, we're gonna go over some classic 80s cheesy horror, the Critters. So if you guys wanna check out some cool little guys that would love to eat you, stick around. And here are my Critters. They're definitely a pretty cool design. And for these particular ones, I did have to go through a little bit of a journey to get them, so I think it makes me appreciate them even more. But they were made by a company called ERP. I believe that's Elite Replica Productions. Now originally I ordered this middle guy here. And if you're not familiar, I do have it as part of my display, and I kind of drug these out here so you guys can see them more. At the end of the video, I'll kind of show how I have them in my home theater, which is actually kind of ground level there on the second level of the seating. But I told them I wanted one based off the Critters 2 cover from this magazine. I saw he did it for one other person before, and I think originally when I ordered it, he said it was going to be about 3 months. So 3 months went by, didn't get it. Then 6 months went by, then 9 months went by, then probably a year went by. I would say, I don't know, about a year and a half into it or so, he was selling this one from his personal collection, which of course was ready to ship right away. So I went ahead and pulled the trigger. Not quite as cool as the other ones. It does have mostly closed eyes, but I did like he did blood work on this. A lot of them don't have blood work, but some he does do. So initially that was my first one, and I kind of just wanted 2 Critters in the collection, or Krites. And then probably 2 years went by, maybe 2.5 years. And I had a save search on eBay, and this guy popped up. And at this juncture, I was not sure if I was ever going to get the one I ordered. So I went ahead, pulled the trigger on this one. I had my 2. Of course, I really wanted the cover one still, but 2 was kind of what I wanted, and that's what I ended up getting. Then, maybe 2.5 years in, he was starting to give some updates again. And I think ultimately a little after 3 years, I did get the middle guy there. So just so that you guys kind of are aware of the situation, if you ever do put an order, if he is still accepting orders, that's what I went through. Your experience may be totally different, but I just wanted to share what my experience is. So yeah, let's kind of just dive in to these pieces. First, maybe we'll go over these eggs and the hatchling, and then I'll kind of get them out of the way. Now, this egg here, I think maybe 2 years in after my order, I saw one pop up on eBay. So I went ahead and ordered it. To me, it looks like it's painted pretty well. And I don't know if it's based off the movie molds. And then I just use like that's for like holding a baseball. As you can see, you still got to kind of balance it in there. And then with this guy's order, I did have an egg. So he sent this egg with it. Now, I don't think this one is painted as well. Kind of looks, of course, the green color is totally different, which I'm okay with. I mean, real eggs in life can have various colors. The red splotches, they're not quite colored as well, for sure. So it looks a bit like a rush job. I did kind of analyze this egg compared to this egg, and they look like they came off the same exact molds. So I'm not sure if they actually came from the same person or multiple people have the molds, not sure. But That's kind of the story why I got 2 eggs. And then at one point, boy, I think I was like 2.5 years in the waiting, he was selling this hatchling. So I went ahead and said, hey, go ahead and send me this. And it's a pretty cool little guy. Now, he also makes an egg that's hatched. So it's like broken open, and then there's like some green goo on the bottom. I really did want one of those. I asked about it multiple times, but yeah, he never did get around to making me one, and I've never seen one pop up on eBay. But initially, that's what I wanted, was a broken egg, and then this guy kind of climbing out of it. But who knows, maybe one day I will get it. So let me go ahead and move these guys off. We'll go over each piece here. Now, typically, with all the ones I've seen him produce, this stand here is white. I went ahead and painted them all black. I just kind of wanted them to disappear, whereas the white ones kind of stick out a little bit. Really, you can see it. There's a hole in its butt, really, and it kind of just slides right up it. I definitely would have a little different look on my face if I had that slided up my butt, but these guys are able to take it all right. But as mentioned, this guy does have the slanted eyes. Now, his real early ones, he did use light up eyes. None of these 3 have the light up eye options, but there are versions out there that do. You kind of see the inside work he did there. All the blood that's on the teeth. So yeah, this guy has recently eaten. He does a great job on the nails. With actually, I think this guy has got the best out of all of them. And this second guy I got off eBay. I guess it's a similar version to this guy, but not bloody, eyes wide open. The hair is a little bit different. You know, you can see on this guy there's a lot of grays, so he's, I guess, a little bit older. And speaking of the hair, he does a great job with the hair. And in fact, he orders from the same company that made the hair for the movies. So, you know, supposedly this is the hair that they used on the actual puppets in the movie. And it does look really good. And I think the hair work is very clean on this one. You can see its teeth does not have blood. This is a non-bloody version. So yeah, this one's done pretty well. But ultimately, you know, the long wait for this magazine cover one, I think did not disappoint. It is very cool. Now, there was a couple of quality issues with this one. As you can see how the mouth should be, his actually was more closed. And what I did there, and I don't know if you guys can pick it up, which is good that you can't pick it up, is I put a couple of, made a couple of blocks, and I painted them black, and I jammed them in the back of his mouth. So that way it opened up his mouth probably a good another inch, if not more. So it kind of replicates what it does in the, what it looks like in the magazine. But a couple of the quality issues I had on this one, you can see there on his one finger, there's a paint defect. And the other issues with the eye, see how there's a gap there. So there's a little hole there in the corner, which you really don't see with any of the other eyes. But I still think he looks really, really cool. I mean, if you look at the three of them, if I had my pick of which one to get, I would still definitely be grabbing the middle one. I think the hair looks really good. I did have to do some cleanup on it. I mean, if you notice how clean that is, he kind of had hair, I don't know, there's just like some random hairs sticking out in different areas that I kind of had to get off there. And you can still see, you know, it's not as well done, definitely, as this one. But definitely something you don't notice, really, unless you're really, really looking for it. I think the teeth work looks pretty good on this one. He definitely looks like he has missed brushing his teeth a day or two. Where, you know, you look at this one and, oh, he's not daily brushing his teeth, but he's getting those chompers clean a little bit more often. And then if you look at the hair work, you can just see how much bigger, I don't know if bigger is the word, it's just fuller his hair looks. He's got great hair work on it, I think. So, all right, I am gonna put these back to where I normally have them. So that way you guys can kind of see how I got this set up. And this is their final resting spot in the theater room. As you can see, it's right next to one of my theater chairs here. And I thought it kind of made sense because these are short little guys. So it made sense to put them on ground level. So I just built a couple of shelves right next to the chair. Now there has been a few different critter makers I've seen pop up over the years, and I thought theirs looked pretty good. But I've been partial to what ERP does. For me, at least, I liked his version the most. I do like that he uses the real hair from production. I think some of these hands or feet actually come from the molds also, but I'm not 100%, but I thought I heard that he said that. And I think he just does make a really, really great looking Krite. A little bit of a journey, of course, to get it, but ultimately I am glad I do have these in the collection. Hey guys, I appreciate you watching another video. I'm a huge fan of home theater and these movie replica props. I'm going to put out a couple of videos each week in those areas. And if you're a huge fan like I am, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video.